Tannehill. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Succa. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 20. Five-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie. He found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
The pass from Ryan complete to Freeman. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Right there in the middle, 55. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Looking for the hit, and he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
We got this. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Tannehill. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Tennessee.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
90
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Get it. 10 logo. Coming after you. Check 50.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
70.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Tannehill. And he locates Walker, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's into the clear. And a cut to the touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point try now for Succop. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Titans 21, Falcons 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Hey, orbit. 54.
Now Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now it's Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. That is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Wake with a little wake-up call as he gets in there for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Down. 60 or. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tannehill. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Big stop, let's go. Hey, watch it, watch it. Hey, lock it.
They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
50, plant. Let's go, D. Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down. 49, check it, go.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Go! 18 Gator.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Succop. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll push the lead up to 17. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check.
Here's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Now Lewis here on 1st down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go. 15 line. 15 line.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Tannehill going underneath for Lewis. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Ryan, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. To throw is Ryan. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable here from the 38. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Play action. It's Tannehill. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A second down run with Lewis, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Suckup's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They run Devontae Freeman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 22-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
It also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He's looking for Ridley again, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Get up!
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Ryan. This complete to Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more.
61, match box, light. Tight dog. Watch out. Hey, express.
They'll try and run with Freeman. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Come on,
ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch. Hey, switch gears. Check 4. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They run. This is Lewis. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check.
Ready?
Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Alert 3. Check 3.
Hey, check 20.
They try again with Lewis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He finds Humphreys. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 30 yards there, and, of course, the first down as well. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is Lewis. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
You ain't going nowhere. Kill. Switch. Hey, alert 3. Showing up.
Under 10.
Check safety.
Again, it's Lewis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. A draw play here. Lewis And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there, Ryan to Jones, 57 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
He'll run it, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, and result, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill complete. This is Lewis. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Tannehill now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. They'll try and run with their fullback. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
90,
He's crazy. He's checking crack. Watch twist.
look at me. Door.
On 2nd down now, it's Lewis. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
You ain't doing nothing today. We two-touch bombers. Ready?
Off play action, Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
First down, Titans.
Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Lewis. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Titans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They run with Lewis out of the gun. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. Here's Brett Kern now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to pump the ball. They've done so with that first run.
Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just 1 fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That's taken on the 25. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
down.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lewis, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Set, ready? 30 base.
Check, 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 check. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Titans, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.